Welcome back to another edition of Linguistic Decoding, where we analyze 10 100% authentic politeness phrases British people use to secretly execute social warfare. In the UK, the art of civilized conflict is never fought with crude aggression. It's waged using velvet-gloved verbal weaponry, carefully disguised as everyday etiquette. If you aren't listening for the subtext, you might walk away thinking you received a compliment, when in reality you were just subjected to a masterclass in psychological assassination. In British social dynamics, extreme politeness is rarely an act of kindness. It is a weaponized border fence designed to keep you in your place. And number one is, I was under the impression that, well, they aren't actually confused. This is a diplomatic artillery salvo. It means they've already dug up the receipts, reviewed the official documentation, and know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you have either lied or completely failed. Next up at number two is, I'm sure you know best. Sounds like a vote of confidence in your decision making, but it's actually a catastrophic prediction warning. The true translation here is simple. You are making a disastrous mistake. I completely wash my hands of the fallout, and I will be watching your inevitable downfall with a quiet cup of tea. If you blunder, you will inevitably trigger number three. Not to worry. When a Brit utters this after an error, do not assume you are pardoned. This is a conditional forgiveness protocol, and that means you have disrupted my day, but I'm too polite to scream at you right now, so I will lock this transgression in my permanent mental ledger forever. At number four is, I'm not being funny, but this is the classic preamble to a blunt verbal strike. Despite claiming they aren't being funny, what follows is guaranteed to be entirely unfunny for you. It translates directly to, I'm about to say something outrageously rude, but I'm using this linguistic shield so you can't get mad at me. And then we enter the corporate office at number five with, you must be very busy. If a colleague drops this regarding an overdue task, it's not a sympathetic acknowledgement of your calendar. It's a piece of corporate guilt trip ordinance, and it means you are disorganized, incompetent, and prioritizing useless tasks over the one simple job I asked you to do. Which brings us to number six. I'm slightly confused. When a British manager opens a conversation with this phrase, they aren't seeking clarity. They are signaling that whatever idea you just proposed was absolute gibberish, and they are now forced to re-explain basic adult concepts to you step by step. And number seven is, how lovely for you. If you share news about promotion or a luxury holiday and receive this response, you've just triggered intense social disdain. Delivered with a tight, artificial smile, this condescending approval mark means, I couldn't possibly care less about your life update, and frankly, I find your humble bragging deeply offensive. At number eight is, bless them. Sounds like a warm maternal sentiment, but in modern British conversation it is used exclusively to condescend. Applied to an adult, this patronizing pity phrase translates to, that person is utterly clueless, incompetent, or socially tragic, but we shall pity them because they simply cannot help being useless. At number nine is, pop it in an email. A favorite defense maneuver when you pitch an idea in person. Using the uniquely British verb pop, this acts as a linguistic disposal unit. And the true meaning is, I have zero interest in what you are saying. I want you to go away immediately, and I promise to send you written proposals straight into my digital trash bin. And finally, at number 10 is, I'll leave that with you. The ultimate conversational exit strategy. When a Brit hits you with this line, they are officially abandoning ship. It doesn't mean they trust your process. It means the situation is an absolute train wreck. It is now entirely your problem to solve, and I'm stepping away before the blast radius hits me. Ultimately, these 10 pure British phrases prove that in the UK, Words are rarely what they seem, and the most lethal insults are always the ones delivered with a polite smile and a quiet cup of tea.